Casual laugh. Oh, hey everybody, welcome. My name is Mr. B, and you're in the Lincoln Center pop-up classroom, and I'm trying to figure out how to start my videos. So thank you as I work on that. Today is going to be a theater workshop. Now, before you say, Mr. B, I don't have time to put on fake teeth, pretend to be somebody else. Well, I'd say one, rethink your choices. Two, there's a lot more to theater than just acting. Today is going to be a focus on set design. Now, you might be saying, Mr. B, what is set design? I'm going to tell you in a minute. As I welcome my friends to the room, hello. Oh, hi. So, my adults in the room, go ahead and drop a comment. You can say hello. You can maybe snap a picture and show me what you're working on. I hope it pertains to the workshop. Would be nice. And my younger learners, you and I, we are going to make some art today. Actually, we're going to do some set design today. Now, as I mentioned, the set. If you've ever seen a play, when the lights come up and maybe there's a little house on stage or a forest or a kitchen, or even in a movie or a TV show, where those actors are, that is the set behind them. And before they make the big sets for the actors to walk on, sometimes in theater, they make little miniature ones, which is adorable, which is what we're going to do today. So, materials. Ooh. Are very simple as usual. Let's take a look. All right, pointer that I don't need, but I love. All right, paper of any kind. Could be newspaper, brown paper bag, colored paper, lined paper, doesn't matter. A pen or pencil, as long as it works. I'm going to be using printer paper today. That's what it's called. Pen or pencil, as long as it works. And some tape. Bruno, or glue stick, anything that's, sticky. All right, scissors. Oh, wait, Mr. B, follow the list. Crayons or markers, anything with color. So crayons or Sharpies or colored pencils, whatever it may be. And if you don't have those, you are still welcome to play. And scissors that are safe to use, or we can tear with our fingers. That totally works. Oh, and the secret ingredient. Chopsticks or a straw. And actually, I should correct that. We're going to say chopstick, singular. A chopstick or a straw or rolled up newspaper, anything that's sort of in that shape. And gosh darn it, this just in. We've got one special ingredient to add to the list, and that is going to be a piece of tinfoil. Doesn't have to be a lot. Post-it size? Sure. So if you've got these things, great. If you don't, get as much as you can. And we're going to figure it out together. Because here's a secret. Artists are like problem solvers. We figure things out. We get given a task. We're told, well, figure out how this spoon talks and what their favorite meal is. And then that actor solves that problem. That's what we did last week. We did some puppets with spoons. My friends that were not with us. Okay. Great. So, for those of you just joining us, I am Mr. B. You are in the Lincoln Center pop-up classroom, and we're going to look for some materials. Now, before you go away, I'm giving you about a minute and a half to do this, so I'm going to give you plenty of time. I'm going to decorate my wall back there with what you guys sent me last week. We made puppets, and I said, go ahead, send them in. I want to see what you're working on. And you did. And I got these amazing puppets. I got Mustachio the Great from New York. I got Belinda and Skip all the way from Spain. Look at those glasses. Amazing. Sophie from New York. Fantastic work. So look at this doe-eyed creature. I want it. From Chicago, Miss Purdy and Friends. So I'm going to decorate my back wall with these beautiful puppets that you sent me. Thank you. And you are going to look for these materials, all right? And I'm probably going to hum a song while I do it. Get to it, my friends. 60 seconds on the clock. Oh, I just started humming materials. All right, my doe-eyed friend up there. My friend Sophie. Oh, you know what? I have a little Mr. B to keep you company. I have a daydreaming Mr. B. Do. Oh, Mr. B, what are you thinking about? Collecting materials. All right, this is my friend Sophie from New York. Mustachio the Great. Oh, my friend Matt's from Germany made that. I want to know what that sounds like. I hope it's like, or to that effect. All right, and you are looking for these materials, whatever you can find of them. If you can't find them all, that's okay. This is an all-inclusive workshop for all ages, sizes, levels. Look at that, isn't that so cool? And if you're in a fight, you could be like, I know what you're thinking, because you can see his brain. All right, and right next to my today's a good day sign, Miss Jewel and Mr. Schmoogle. I think they might be related to Barbara and Larry. Larry Ruff and Dumble. Okie doke. Whew, let's see. All right, so should we take a look how we did? All right. Do I need to leave this up? No, shift it slightly. All right. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to put these in the comments. So if you need to, if you're just getting here and you're like, what in the world is happening? It's going to be in the comments for you. Oh, I forgot I had my daydream in Mr. B. All right. So, how'd I do on my wall? Okay. Much better. Today, set design. The set is the world that the characters live in. And if we're going to design a set, well, first we're going to have to design a little friend to live in that world. Everybody, grab your paper. And if you have a crayon or colored pencil or marker, whatever it may be, you can go ahead and grab that. What we're going to do is draw a little us. That is right. You are going to draw a little you, I'm going to draw a little me, and we're going to make them about the size of a crayon, all right? So about that big. I encourage my adults in the room to also draw yourself, because when is the last time someone said to you, can you please draw yourself? Just a small version about the size of a crayon. And if you have been asked that, I want to know what job you have, because that sounds like fun. All right, so we're doing a small us the size of a crayon, and we're thinking about, well, what do we want to wear today, right? This is theater, so we can use our imaginations. Maybe you've got glittery high tops with wings. Maybe you're in a dress, maybe jeans. I think Mr. B is going to be in green pants today. I was going to say blue jeans, but that's kind of what I always wear, so I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go into my green pant zone. All right, so I'm starting my green pants, and maybe you're thinking about, well, what's a little outfit that I want to wear today? Do I want to wear green pants? Maybe. Or maybe I want to wear a suit. Maybe I want to wear a suit today. It is up to you. Like I said, it's kind of like in the theater. A lot of people think, oh, it's just acting, but there's so many other great things about the theater. There's costume designers, which is kind of like this. We're designing what the characters are going to be wearing. So it's kind of like a costume design. So, and then there's set designers, directors, producers, dialect coaches. What? Mr. B, let's do some accents later. All right, and then a top. I was thinking a red top, but I don't want to go too holiday. I mean, you know, the critics can be rough. So how about purple? I'm going to do a purple shirt. Purple shirt. What are you wearing today? Or what's the little you wearing today? And adults, I hope you're making a little you. Unless you get memos at work like, Karen, I needed a little you yesterday. If you get memos like that at your job, Karen, you won. You have won. If your boss is mad because you didn't make a little you yesterday, that is a good job to have. All right, purple shirt is on its way. For those of you just joining, we're drawing little us's because you're in the Lincoln Center pop-up classroom with Mr. B doing a theater workshop about set design. Whew. Okay. Good. All right, and then I need a little, well, I gotta make a little me face. So I'm gonna make a me face. Oh, and then hair. Thick, lustrous brown hair. So thick and shiny. Little Mr. B, you must have to get a haircut every day. I do. theater, the magic of theater. So you can design your hair any way you want. If you want pink hair, you don't gotta go wash it out. You can just draw it. You can have any color you want. Oh, Mr. B's got it. Oh, Mr. B has a very large smile today. Mr. B's looking a little like the Joker. So we're just gonna go with that. We're just gonna go with Mr. B's looking a little bit like the Joker in his pink mouth and his purple shirt and his green pants. I'm digging it. All right, and then some arms, I think. Well, let me do some arms. I'm going to be doing a little waving salute. Do, do, do. Okay. Almost like I'm doing the robot. Maybe I am. Any dancers out there? I hope you've been joining the classrooms because every day we've got a different art form. We had dance on Monday with Miss Yvonne, which was fantastic. I did the Cabbage Patch. Nobody saw me do it, which is a good thing because it weren't pretty. And then we had visual art yesterday with Barbara. Today's acting. Tomorrow's writing and singing choruses with Miss Ashley. So anyway, every day I hope you tune into Lincoln Center Pop-Up Classroom. Lots of fun stuff. Okay. Oh, and then shoes. Silver high tops. Duh. Dirt. That is what I need. Oh my goodness. All right, Mr. B, a little jokery today, but he's good with it. How are we coming? You good? If you are still doing you do you. I'm just gonna move on to the next part of my paper and you can catch up. You can pause it, you can come back tomorrow. I'm gonna be around. And next I wanna start designing the set, right? I wanna think about a place for little Mr. B to have all of his own, kind of like a home. So, well, homes come in all different shapes and sizes, right? Some of us live in apartments. Some of us live in mansions, in castles, in tents, in the woods. We have wild nature children out here. So wherever your imagination wants to take you and the little version of you, I want you to draw them. I don't want someone to teach me how to do backwards pointing. I want you to draw a little. I want you to draw a little house or a home for them to live in. All right. So we're thinking about the size that we have. So we want to make it a little bit bigger than that. Why don't I do this? I think I'm going to try to tilt my camera down so you can see this. Can we do this? Oh, yeah. All right. So, oh, and I need a Mr. B. All right. Mr. B round two. We're just wondering, Mr. B, what kind of house does little Mr. B want? I do believe he likes an A-frame. So let's do a little A-frame house. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, come on. I'm very pleased with that. It's simple, it's, efficient, it's effective, it's exactly what I want. It needs a door and a window. And then I think my little Mr. B home is going to be perfecto. And then I'm going to do my window. Excellent. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Mr. B. Mr. B is knocking things over left and right. All right. Oh, it's not like this is live. It's totally fine. We're going to add some color to our house now. I think I'm going to add red, like a brick red house. That's what I think I'm going to do. And I'm going to, I don't need those markers anyway. All right. Yes. So I am going to do a red house down here. And I hope you're thinking about what kind of home do you have? Do you have a tent? Do you have a castle? Do you live in a cloud? Kind of a reddish pink home. Beautiful. I love it. And now my door. What color door do I want? I think a blue door. I think I'm going to do a blue door on my home. Okay. And there we go. Oh, I really like that. I think that is perfect. So I hope you're still working on either yourself or your little home, house, apartment, condo, mansion, tent, cloud, etc. As I'm going to move on to my next piece of set design, which is going to be a place for little Mr. B to go. So we've got his home to hang out in. Now, where does he want to go during the day? Gosh, I mean, I think it would be kind of cool to have like a toy factory I worked at where I designed toys, or maybe a dance studio. I am doing the robot, so maybe I could design a little dance studio that I go to. Possibilities are endless. So how about you? Where would you want to take your little you today? I think I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to start with a rectangle right here. All right, rectangle accomplished. I am going to put a door over here. And I'm going to call this, I think I'm going to do a toy factory today. I really think it'd be fun to be able to invent toys for people to play with, like art sets, and maybe it had some science too, but also a lot of creative. You had to do everything all at once. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a toy factory. I'm going to call it Mr. B's Toy Factory. I know. Where do I come up with these names? Mr. B's. I'm going to get some colored marker from the floor. Okie doke. Gonna do some blue. Mr. B's toy, and I'm gonna do bubble letters because I love bubble letters. And then we're gonna do factory in purple because I'm matching my outfit. My factory matches my outfit. All right. So I've got Mr. B's toy factory. I've got a little house for him to hang out in, and I've got a little Mr. B. So hopefully you are in the same vicinity of things. You don't have to go at the same pace. Like I said, this video is going to be here tonight and tomorrow, so you can always come back. You can mute it if you would like to not hear me go on and on, or you could just not watch and just listen to my dulcet tones. All right. I'm going to give my toy factory some color. So how about yellow? I think yellow is going to be nice. I think this is really going to pop. So as I'm creating my world, my little set for my little Mr. B to hang out on. Okay. And I wonder where you're going to go. I wonder if people could tell me in the comments, where are y'all going to build today? What's a place that you would want to go? Or maybe if you want to be a designer or a dressmaker, you build a dress factory you could go visit, or maybe a taco stand if you're really good at making tacos. That sounds good to me. And then just because I want to keep it classy and elegant, we're going to do some pink lettering. All right. Mr. B's Toy Factory, exclamation point, because it's so exciting, and then a brown door to keep it just based in reality, because, you know, just because brown doors seem very realistic to me right now. All righty. So, again, I've got a little me. I've got a little house that I get to hang out in. I got a little place to go. Now I've got some room over here. I think I'm going to do some nature. I think I'm going to do a tree. Because when we do sets, when you look at a set, sometimes it's nice to have little things that stand on their own. So you could do a statue or a tree or a fountain. So maybe try that. So I'm going to use this area right here for a little tree. All right, let us see. Mr. B, can you do a tree upside down? I think I can. Oh, tree 101. And then let's do a dual green. That's right. I said it. Okay, so, oh, it looks like a green cloud, which it could also be. I am not opposed to a green cloud, but I think I'm going to keep with my initial idea. Make a tree for Mr. B, give it a little shading. All right, so that's what my page looks like so far. And I feel like trees, somewhere in my life, I learned that whenever I draw a tree, it has to have a hole in the middle. I don't know why. I think maybe woodland creatures. Maybe that's it. I'm thinking about those woodland creatures. Oh, the woodland creatures have a home now. All right. So again, if you are still working on your high tops, go for it. If you're doing your house, keep on that. No need to keep up. Go at your own pace, and then you'll get the hang of this. This is pretty easy now, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut these out or tear them out, depending on our level of comfort and ability. Mr. B's knocking things over today, so I'm going to be very careful. My grown-up scissors. All right, let us begin with little Mr. B. I'm going to give him some space. Boink. And then I'm going to take out my tree. Boink. And then I'm going to take out my house. Boink. And then I'm going to just kind of give this a little bit of fine tuning. So nice out today. I don't know where you're at, but I'm in New York, and the sun is out today. It's coming through the window. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty day today. So while I'm inside, I think I'm going to build a world that I can go to whenever I want. All right. Not bad. Step one. I might tint my window. I don't like people looking in. It's very visible to the street. All right, let's cut out my toy factory. Hopefully you are working on your coloring or your cutting or your tearing. And then I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do that. So we're creating sets, little worlds for our little characters to hang out in. I love it. I'm getting excited, but I'm going to breathe. Get too excited about these things, Mr. B. You knock things over. And then, oh, my tree. So sometimes when you do theater and you're in a play, they have a day. It's kind of called I don't know. It's not really called a dog and pony show, but that's what I've always heard. It's a dog and pony show because everybody comes out and they do a little show with what they want to share with the cast. So the set designer will come out with a little tiny miniature version of what it's going to look like. And then the costume designers come out with sketches of what all the costumes are going to look like. It's so great. I love that day. And so basically that's kind of what we're doing now is we're thinking like set designers. And we're going to build little mini worlds for little asses. Okay. Tree. Come on, Glare. There we go. Yeah. And then last but not least, Mr. B in a glare, dressed as a Joker, but with luscious, lustrous hair. Okay. There we go. And again, I'm not too worried about being exactly on the lines. It's kind of like, I think you'll see that it adds to the charm of when we put it all together at the end. So don't worry too much about, oh, this has to be absolutely perfect. Because first of all, as we talked about last week, there's not anything such true as perfect in art. You know, if you try to go for perfect, a lot of times that can kind of throw you. And you're probably not going to be, you're not going to get there because perfect is, what does that even mean? So what it is, it's about making really thoughtful choices, trying new things, and then somehow it all comes together and it is perfect. But it wasn't because you went, I've got to have it this way. It's sort of you let loose and you let play a little bit and you had some fun. And then it gets to be exactly how you wanted it to be. Even if you didn't know that was the way it was going to be in the beginning. All right, TED Talks with Mr. B. Joker. Moving my stuff aside. All right, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to lay out my business. Can we see? So we have Zetri, we have the toy factory, we have the little house, and we have the little Mr. B. All right. So maybe you've got yours ready to go or you're still working on them. What we're going to do next is I asked you to find a chopstick, singular, or a straw or a rolled up piece of newspaper. Well, now you're going to go grab that one thing that you have and you're going to take the little U and you're going to tape the chopstick to the back of it. But wait, before you do, because you're probably thinking, well, of course I'm going to tape it on the back like that and I can hop about. No. We're doing it upside down. So you want to put your chopstick at the top. Make sense? See? Right? So allow me to transition, please. Doink. So here is me. I turn around and then I put the chopstick at the top. And then Bruno, tape. And then I take that and I tape it at the top. All right. And now see, I can move him from above. All right. So we're using our straw or our rolled up newspaper or chopstick, and we're doing it from the top. So we can maneuver from above, like a marionette. It's just like Pinocchio. They have the strings from the top. So this is kind of a rod puppet marionette combo. This glare, it is ruining my art. There we go. All right. Anyway, you saw them. So we've got our little us's on a stick, which sounds like a snack at the fair. And now let's go back to our set pieces. What we do now is I have 3 strips of paper. I know I did it ahead of time. I cheated. I'm sorry. But you can do this too. It's just 3 strips of paper about yay big. And what you're going to do is let's start with our toy factory. I take my toy factory, I flip it over. I take my strip of paper and I line it up like so. And then I put a piece of tape to secure it. Okay. Et voila. See? So I've got my factory, I've got it taped to the back there. And now some of you are probably very smart and you're saying, Mr. B, you're going to fold those into a pop-up world. And I'm going to say, fold it in, fold it in, and look at that. What in the world? Mr. B's Toy Factory is open to the public, and you know he's here to give you a tour. All right, but that's only one thing. We still have a house and a tree. I've got a house and a tree. Maybe you have a tent and a taco truck. I'm thinking about tacos today. What are them tacos on my mind? How many Taco Tuesdays have I had this week? All right, so I'm thinking about my strip there. Now, as you can see, it's very big. So I'm going to trim that down. So we want to trim that the base down so that when we see it from the front, we don't see all that jazz. Hopefully you are going to, I hope you send these when you're done with them. So once the video is done, I hope you take a picture of the world that you've created and you send it to me. Because I do. I see them and I print them and I keep them and I'm going to put them on my wall for next time. So please consider submitting. Consider submitting for Mr. B. He would appreciate that. All right. So I think, let me try this. So I've got my tree taped. Oh, wait. So I did it too high. So I'm going to trim it down just a little bit. Let's see how that does us. And yes, I think. Mr. B has run into an artistic dilemma. His tree is too top heavy, so when he sets it down, it falls. So how could he fix this? All right. Artists solve problems. A couple different ways. Well, first of all, he could simply tape it to a glass. Oh, That's probably the easiest solution. I could just tape it to a glass or something small to give it some structure. Or I could create like sort of an L. How rude. I could create an L if I wanted to see if that worked. But I think I'm going to tape it to a glass. Because, I don't know, it just seems like a good idea right now. So I hope your structures are working out. If you have any comments or questions. And see, now this really worked out lovely, I must say. So now I have my tree, and it's the Mr. B thinking tree because, well, what are you thinking about, Mr. B? I'm just daydreaming about how to fix things, like trees that don't stand upright. All right, got my toy factory, my tree. Let's do the house. So tomorrow, did I mention this? Tomorrow's gonna be Miss Ashley at 2 o'clock. So we're at 2 o'clock now, not 10, at 2 o'clock. And she's gonna be doing creating a chorus and singing lesson. So you get to sing tomorrow. I'm gonna be there. I hope you're there too at 2 o'clock. I don't think there's any materials needed. Just your beautiful voice, your gorgeous soprano, your basso profundo, and everything in the middle. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I do hope that you'll join us at 2 o'clock. And then Friday, I think it's Miss Taryn again, which was visual art, which will be really cool. Okay, so let's get cracking. Let's get serious now. Enough of this lollygagging. Okay. So I hope you are still in your process of setting up your little set design. Let's take a look and see where Mr. B's at. These elbows. Ooh, Mr. B, gotta watch them elbows. Oh, my preciousness. All right. I'm digging this. Wait, what kind of factory? It's a toy factory. Oh, I love it. All right, so our little set, my little set is coming along. I hope yours is as well. Now, let's hop ahead because the special secret duper, and let's just test out little Mr. B. Let's make sure he's happy. What do you think, Mr. B? Little Mr. B? Oh my gosh, I can't even take it. All right, but before it's missing something, before we really do a tour of the town, let's talk tinfoil. I asked you to get a little square of tinfoil in here. Maybe you had one, and if you don't, that's okay too, because you can. I got an idea for you as well. But if you do have it, I want to make a little sculpture, a little public art to put in the middle of my town. So this is going to be a quick sculpture, 30-second sculpture. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to fold it like that, and then I'm just going to tear it. And then I'm going to do some shapes. I'm going to do some round curlies, and I'm going to make it pointed on top and pull it out and loop it and make it a hole in the center so you can see through it. And voila. Magnificent. Oh, it catches the light like a diamond. I love it. So that is going to be my little public sculpture. Now I found this. It's a little tray. Don't know really what it's for. I'm sure it was very important at some point. And I'm going to tape my little sculpture to that. So that is my public sculpture that I'm offering for my town. All right. So if you don't have any tinfoil, that's okay too, because maybe you have like a little figurine or a tchotchke that could act as a statue in the middle of the town. Oh, wow. Look, I love it. That is going to be the sculpture in the middle of my town. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see what I've got so far. Should we take a look at my little, you keep working. Don't you stop. And you better not just be sitting there watching. I hope you're creating a little town because I want to see it. All right. Oh, I'm loving this very Burton-esque. It's very Burton-esque sculpture. Very cool. And then I've got my tree. And then I've got my little house. And then I've got my Mr. B toy factory. Let's see. Can I wonder? I want to do like that. Like that. Perfect. I love it. All right. Actually, maybe I'm going to move this down. How about that? Huh? Do you see? This will be a 45-minute workshop on setting our sets up. No, how do I like it? I want it like that. I need a bigger screen. And that's the other thing too. If you have a cutting board, cutting boards can actually work really well for this. because then you've got a flat surface and you can like tape it down and what have you. So maybe next time I'll do that. But for now, I just want to be able to move it around to show you what it looks like. All right, so this is the little town that Mr. B has created thus far. I have a little Mr. B, and then I started thinking, well, I probably have little figurines, little tchotchkes that I could probably add to this world. And so I went looking, my friends, the things that I found. What did I find? I found a flash drive that looks like a little monster with teeth. So I'm thinking that this is maybe Grumblemouth. Yeah. So gonna put him down in my world, and then I found this figurine that my friend gave me. Oh, what's her name? Kyoko. I'm gonna put Kyoko. I think Kyoko will be the mayor. I think she's a woman in charge. And then I found a quirk. And I thought, well, that quirk's pretty boring. What if I gave it a rubber band for hair and some arms? And you got Corky. Clytemnestra. It's her birth name. From the Greeks. Clytemnestra, also known as Corky. And her boyfriend, who's so boring. Oh, gosh, nothing to say. And then, of course, I found my little Olive, the amazing Chihuahua. So yeah, I found all these little trinkets in my drawers and my backpack. Maybe you've got some little things around too that you can add to your world. Let's see now. I think I'm gonna put Grumblemouth over by the toy factory. Mm-hmm. Can I get him to stand up? Yo, can you stand up? Here we go. And Clytemnestra, Corky, and her boyfriend. And I'll put Olive over here. All right. So, well, maybe I'll give you a little tour, kind of show you what I'm working on. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, we need a lighting designer. Oh, wunderbar. And can we, oh, I love it. All right, so let's see what happens. And action. Oh, hey everybody, nice to see you. My name is Mr. B, and I want to welcome you to Bville. So let me give you a little tour. This is my house. I hope you like it. I thought it would be kind of funny to have a door that was small. I have to climb through my door, but my dog Olive, hey Olive, she loves it. It's perfect size for her. Oh, and over here is my friend Kyoko. Where's Kyoko? Hi, Kyoko. Hey, Mr. B. Good to see you. And oh, wow. What is this? Wow, this sculpture is new. I've never seen this before. Oh, I love how the light catches it over here and how it does kind of like a curl over there. That's amazing. Oh, hey, Mr. B. You like my my sculpture? I do, Corky. That is beautiful. Oh, thanks. Oh, hey, you must be Corky's boyfriend. How you doing? Okay. Yeah. So we'll see you guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Oh, hey, Grumblemouth. Hey, Mr. B. How you doing? Oh, Grumblemouth, are you okay? Yeah. Just I've been standing here waiting. Been standing here waiting for the toy store to open. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I'll be right there. Okay. And scene. So that's a whole little play I could start. So I want you to start thinking about, well, how could you share your little world with someone else? And maybe what are some things that they're seeing there for the first time? What are they excited about? What are they curious about? And then maybe how do they introduce themselves to new people? Are there new friends in the town? All sorts of things. So as you're writing your play, well, first of all, I want you to make sure to write down any good ideas that you have, because sometimes you forget them. So if you've got a good idea, make sure to write it down, because you never know if it's going to leave you. Also, if you have a cutting board, that works. If you have a box, you can get an adult to cut it out right here, and you can make a whole shadow theater, which I absolutely love. So this is one I did today. I had so much fun. I have a little lake house, and I have a tree, and there's some kind of duck that looks colorful. And then we have the roller disco. And then up on the hill, there is Mr. B's Children's Museum with the sculpture. Oh, there we are. So you can also create a whole world inside of a box. And then again, we have our proper little theater to play in. So that is, I hope you keep working. I hope you keep making these worlds. Adults, please take pictures when you're done and send them my way. I'd love to see them. I had so much fun. Today we were set designers. We thought about little worlds for our characters. We did a little costume design. We thought about what we're going to be wearing. Maybe some of you did some voices for your puppets. So really, really great work today. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 2 o'clock to see Miss Ashley, and you can do some singing and some choral writing, and then Miss Taryn on Friday at 2 o'clock. I will be back next week. I think I don't know, next Friday maybe. Check the schedule because somebody's going to be here every day doing these workshops. Thank you so much for joining. I had such a great time, and I hope to see you very soon. All right, Mr. B, out.